Here maybe. Okay.
Kylian,
Yeah. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Matchday -1 press conference with Team France. We are here with Kylian Mbappe. Can I just remind you to raise your hand before asking a question and wait for the microphone? Questions to be asked in the interpreted languages, which today are English, German, French, and Portuguese. And please introduce yourselves and your media outlet. I will pass the floor to my colleague Raphael, who will moderate the press conference.
Vous allez affronter votre idole de jeunesse demain.
You're coming up against your childhood hero. It's probably not the first time, but probably the last time. And what does this mean for you? It's an honor. Everyone knows just how much I admire Cristiano Ronaldo, for him as a player. Over time, I've been very lucky to brush shoulders with him, to get to know him, to have a chat with him, and actually we're still in contact. He's always helping me, giving me, he keeps up with what's going on in my life, and he gives me tips, and it's an honor for me, especially when we think about what he's done for the footballing world, regardless of what's happened before or what happens after. He will be a footballing legend, and we hope that we're going to win tomorrow and get to the semi-finals. Good evening, Kylian, Xavier from Radio France. We are coming to the second round of the legislative elections in France. Do you have a message? Do you have a press release that because you've been speaking about the press release for a little bit. So is this coming tonight? I think that now more than ever you need to get to the urns. It is an urgent situation. We cannot let our country fall into the hands of these people. It is pressing. I think we saw the results. It's catastrophic. And we really hope that this is going to change, that everyone's going to rally together to go and vote for the right party. Thank you. Kylian over here, Logique for l'équipe, amongst all of the different possibilities to replace Rabiot, Camavinga is one of them for tomorrow. What is the difference that you can see between Rabiot and Camavinga from a technical aspect and their strengths? They're two completely different player profiles. I think that it's probably a question that you should be asking the coach rather than me. I don't know if it's Camavinga who will be playing or if it's someone else. But Camavinga plays at Real Madrid. He's shown that he can be decisive in those headline games. And if it's him, it'll be great. And if it's someone else, then we'll have blind faith. There are 25 players in our squad, so regardless of who's starting, we know that everyone's giving it their all and that everyone is up to the level they need to be. Good evening, Stéphane from Le Parisien. Let's come back to Cristiano Ronaldo. You always said that it was someone that you admire. What do you envy the most? If there was something that you could envy, what would it be? No, I think that it's about appreciation rather than envy. What he was, what he is. I don't really envy. I'm just admiring. I like to admire the great player that he is, the one of a kind. There will never be another Cristiano Ronaldo. He has shaped football. He inspires and has inspired generations. He has scored goals. He's got cups. His CV speaks for itself. So total respect for him. But as I said, I hope that tomorrow he will be not as happy, because I hope that it will be us going to the semi-finals. From BFM TV over here, Cristiano Ronaldo, 39 years old. It's his last Euros. You're 25 years old and you're going for a beautiful adventure at Real Madrid. So do you think that you're passing the baton between him and you? No. I think that he is one of a kind. There is only one Cristiano Ronaldo. There will only ever be one. I am following my own path. I am now, my dream of playing at Real Madrid is becoming a reality. I hope that I will be able to also mark football, but I'm not going to write the next chapter of Cristiano's story. I hope that I will be able to be one of a kind at Real Madrid. It will be completely different, but I can only sing his praises. Hi, Kylian RTL, you said prior to the last game with a little bit of lightheartedness that the mask wasn't best for being high performing. However, are you able to get used to it? Do you feel that it's something that is going to hamper you down until the end of the competition? Or do you think that you're getting used to it? No, I think that I gave my opinion on what the mask represented for me, but truth be told, I'm lucky because without the mask, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be playing. So I should be thanking the mask. But you guys asked me to give a specific opinion how I felt when I was playing with the mask. I told you how I felt, but it's not going to change tomorrow or right up until the end of the competition. The only thing that I can say is thank you to the mask because without the mask, I wouldn't be playing. It's as simple as that. I'm lucky to be playing tomorrow. I'm going to give it my all so that we can get to the semi-final and be as high performing as possible. Over here from JDD, Euro is very tight. It's a very tight-knit race. We know that Portugal have been problematic in the past. And how do you think that you're going to be able to get that edge over Portugal tomorrow? Maybe up front, you can be a bit more cutting edge in front of the goal. And is that what you've been training on the past few days? The Euro is always a tight race. It's always a very difficult competition for us to play. You see, you've only got huge teams competing. And the devil will be in the detail. And as with every game, the devil is always in the detail. You need to have a hand over everything. You need to be doing the right things in both boxes, be it up front or down the back. And we have also, they've worked as well. So we've got two teams that are coming up head to head, two teams that are hoping to get to the semi-final, but we hope that that ticket will be ours. During the training session, there were improvements. Be we talking about our finish or intensity. Everyone was happy to get back onto the pitch, and we worked as best we could with the time that we had. But we're ready and raring to go for tomorrow, and I hope that it will be the game that we need to play to win. Le Figaro here on your left. Do you think that you're going to be the champions of Europe? Do you think that you're strong enough, despite the fact that you're not really efficient, or do you need to pull something else out to go that further mile? No, I don't have a crystal ball. We want to be European champions, but the first step would be to get to the semi-finals. Up until now, we've been able to tick all the boxes. Here's a new stage. It's a huge stage. We're coming up against Portugal, the giants that are Portugal. If we are able to get to the semi-final, then we will be taking that bull by the horns. But for the moment, we're just thinking about Portugal, what happened before, what happened after. To be honest, that's not very important. What's important for us is this game, how can we be high performing and to give us the best chances of winning. Over here from the Sud-West, lots of people are asking why you are not playing into depth, you're not attacking into depth when you get the ball. Could you maybe talk us through this? Forward needs to adapt to all of the different situations, adapt to teammates, adapt to the different player profiles that are on a pitch. I think that lots of people are referring to the playing style that we had when I first started with the French national team, but we had different players. We had Pogba, for example, in midfield, and with him, I know that I need to get my head down, I need to run, I call for the ball, and the ball's at my feet. But it's a different kettle of fish. The idea is about analysing the type of players that you're playing with and to put them in the best positions possible. With the players that I have, maybe we can't play into depth because it's not their type of playing style to play into depth. But if there are spaces, I love eating up those spaces. So if there are spaces tomorrow, you can be sure that I will be using them and trying to score goals. Hi, Kylian, over here on your left, all the way onto your left. I'm happy that you went all the way to my right. Now that you mention it, good segue to my question. So with what has just been said, sometimes do you think that you have found all of your legs? No, No, I don't think. I think that I need to prep a lot more than I used to. But I think that I recognize a lot of people. I was never the player who was going to make excuses, so I'm not finding an excuse. But I think that to be explosive, to be fast, I need to have physical preparation, which is what I will have next with my club next season. But for the moment, yeah, it's a quarter final that I'm preparing for, but I'm willing to give 110% so that we can get to the semi-final. And I think that we have the opportunity to be European champions, and we want to. Speak Portuguese.
I don't speak Portuguese well. You do a little. I'd like to ask, who are you most afraid of in Portugal? Cristiano Ronaldo or Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper?
When you're playing up against a team like Portugal, it's very dangerous to just say that one player is dangerous because they've got great players everywhere. The easy answer is Cristiano Ronaldo, but I think that it would be overlooking all of the other players to do so. Who they're playing, they've got Leo. He is dangerous. He's playing with Bruno. Bruno's dangerous. Fernando, we've got teammates. I've got teammates from PSG who are playing in this team. So we need to keep our eye on everyone, and I don't think it's about focusing on one player, because if you do that, then you're overlooking the rest of them, and if you're overlooking great players, it's a heavy price to pay.
Portugal também, Francisco Sebe para o jogo. Já falou de vários jogadores da seleção portuguesa, mas
you already spoke of several players in the Portuguese team, but I'd like to ask about Pepe, a legend in Real Madrid. He's 41 years old, playing at the Euros. Do you respect him a little more because of what he's already done so far in the Euros? Or do you think it's going to be easy to get beyond him?
C'est jamais facile de jouer des grands joueurs.
It's never ever easy to take players on. I think that we need to respect him, respect what he's done over the course of his career. You said that he is a legend of Real Madrid, of also Porto, of the Portuguese national team. Being here and playing in a quarterfinal rather, at 41 years old, there are not that many. I can't even name another 41-year-old who's played a quarterfinal. So if he's here, it's because he's one of a kind. And it is an honor for me to come up against this type of player. When you start playing, you always want to play great players, and for me it will be a pleasure to come up against him tomorrow. The only thing that I can say is I respect everything that he's accomplished. I know that tomorrow on the pitch we're not going to respect him, but we're not on the pitch, we are men, and the only thing that I have for him is a lot of respect. Why? Because this long-lasting, the fact that he's been able to be at the peak of his game, he's been able to maintain this level, so hats off to him. And we'll just take one last question with Xavier from Canal+. Hi. How is Antoine Griezmann doing, and do you think that he's in his element on the right? Is he in his element on the right? Maybe you should ask him, not me. I think that Antoine has been in the firing line recently. It's quite difficult. I think it's unfair, especially because the criticism is coming from France. He's a player who's given a lot to the national team, and I think it's important to recognize this. It's maybe not as easy for him as it has been in the past, and he's got nothing to be ashamed of, but I think that he should be supported. We are supporting him, and that would be great. It would be great if journalists would support him as well, because of everything he's done for the national team, and I think it's important to show that recognition to the great players of our country, and he's one of them. It's maybe a tough spell at the moment, and I think it's a bit of a shame that we're kicking him whilst he's down. But obviously you guys are free to give your opinion, but I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me, because he's always given everything for the French national team. He's one of the best players in modern French football. people. And that's what being a country is all about. It's about supporting people when they're down or when they're going through that tricky period. He's someone that is important to the national team. He loves to be loved. He loves to be supported. You see how his face lights up when we're supporting him, to help him and help him help us as well, because he's important for us. Thank you very much, Kylian.
Thank you.
Thank you.